Now we get to see what Alma exactly looks like, and alongside the Millennium Earl, Jesus Christ, there was actually quite a bunch of stuff happening in this episode with the 14th Act thing, all the fucking like scientists like getting controlled, having the stuff about you and like what all of them going with Alma being revealed, with like I think like the show might need to calm down a little bit, like keep going with this like fast pace, like no, let's give you this, like I love you, Geek Ray Man, I fucking love you, but it's like Christ. Like, I knew this was going to be happening, but, like, fucking slow the fuck down, because it's like, when you have, like, big moments, especially, I feel like, with a show like that, when you finally get to see what the Millennium Earl truly looks like, and it's, like, so downplayed compared to the other scenes in the episode, I was like, Christ almighty! So we're going to be going straight into this episode, and immediately one of the first things you see in the episode was seeing the Millennium Earl in his actual form, like having the big, dumb, goofy outfit that he normally has, and all that goes, I'm the Akuma, like that. It's like, I make them all like that. It's like, no, you finally get to see him, and he's like very dapper, like, he looks pretty much like the other Noahs, all apart from that, he wears a suit. I love that how he's got, like, Road on his back and all that, although she's like a little doll at that point, and they're just completely just by himself, taking, like, destroying the fucking order just by himself. Like, that just shows how strong, and just he's just releasing level 4s like they're just absolutely fucking nothing. This man all knows and all that, and especially when, like, you know, he got intimidated by Alan when he went like, oh hello, like that, and when he would go, oh hiya, it's like he said, like, the Akuma are my limbs and eyes and I can see through them, and trust me, that was terrifying. Even gathering everyone in one point in the area, you have Kanda there so he can meet up with Alma. You got like Alan there, you got all the people like that, like meeting up with all like Alan's friends and like controlling them. Like we had with Wisely, like trying to take over him and trying to reveal as like that he was the original, he's the first parent, that like all like the new exorcists are being used for like these pieces of shit and all that, like, because he's the one that had like the Akuma egg like implanted into him and going into that, and I was like, this motherfucker, I can't at least appreciate like with the tiny, and I mean tiny bit that we saw with Howard in this episode, like he was with one of the exes and he's like, look, I need, like, I know you're gonna plan and go in there, and there's this ominous shit where it's like you're gonna be in there, like Alan's gonna kill all of, like, you know, like all of the exorcists, and then I'm gonna kill Alan, and it's like I can't let you go in there, but in the fact that it's like, you know, I can't let you go on your own, but I will go with you and all that, because I need to be the one that protects Alan, like, in that situation, and I know that ain't gonna be him, but it's definitely probably gonna be doing this on the 14th, and that even transporting Alan there, and you just got this big Noah family there with a reunion of these people, and it's just like, it was so weird. It's like when you see the Millennium Earl and like Alan like just so close to one another, and he's just going, Alan Walker, like as he like drops down on there with Tiki alongside, like there's like, I like how we're trying to mix up the really dark elements to the comedy sometimes, and just seeing with the 14th reactivating and kind of like grabbing the Earl like that, and he's like, I can't wait and all that to kill you so I can become the Millennium Earl myself, and it's just like, this is what it's come to, like, after everything, and it's just like Alan trying to resist, and it's like even headbutting the Millennium Earl, saying like, I'm my own man, and like, I am Alan Walker, I'm not gonna let this control me, and like, and finally right at the end of that, getting the flashback finding about you, and also as well between Alma, finding out about them. I will say though, the spoil, like, especially with that, like the preview, I'm not gonna say anything about that, but a lot of people were extremely pissed off about the preview because it spoiled way too much into stuff. I feel like everything out, like what they were showing in the trailer was fine, it was just what they were saying in the trailer. So it's like, honestly, I would recommend though, if you do not want to be spoiled about some big stuff about next week's episode of The Gray Man, then I would highly recommend that you do not watch that preview. I know I like watching them, I know they're enjoying them, and since I am caught with the manga, I do know about this stuff, but it's like, even still, I was like, wow, that, like, even for someone like me that's caught up, and I was like, wow, that, you really tell them all about that. I was like, that's a bit, isn't that something big that you kind of want to let leave behind all that? But it's very nice to know that I'm finally going to be getting some flashbacks about Kanda. It's been so long, I know a lot of people have been wanting to know a lot more about Kanda, like, all this time and all that, and seeing exactly some of his roots and like, it was very interesting, LA episode and all that, and it was just, there was that great moment where Kanda was trying to kill Road and just like stabbing her, like crushing her head, like, and it's like, yeah, Alan's trying to stop, he's like, you know you can't do that, you know know that you can't kill her and all that, like, you know, she's just regenerates and you can't do anything about it, and it's just like Road being a piece of shit. Like, I love Road. I think Road's a fantastic character, but she really knows how to grind it, get into people's skin, and knows how to, like, the correct thing to tick people off, and like that's the best part, like, I love about her character. And then she has that sweet side to her, and like, you know, all the Noahs is just pretty much insane. That's pretty much how they are. Like, they have their normal live part to them, but then as well, you have someone like Road who's just like near around crazy / normal, but like we'll have to see until like the end of like next week and all that, exactly a little bit more about her and around about with like you and everyone. But that's all for me. I did really enjoy this episode. I do think like pacing issues was ridiculous. I think like it did take away from some of the big moments. To me, you know, like the Millennium Earl moment was really fucking huge to me. It was like, oh my god, we finally get to see what the Millennium Earl truly looks like. He's not that big dumb like that form that he always has and all that. But I love that form because it's creepy as hell. But it's like, yeah, like it kind of felt like it wasn't like really that big of a moment. Like the anime kind of didn't feel like that, and it was like, oh no, like just, you know, move on with like a million things happening. So we're gonna end off there. So thank you very much for watching. As always, let me know you guys in the comment section down below, but I will catch you beautiful bastards though next time.